The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now your hosts,
Barry Church, Danny McCray, and Newy Scruggs.
Here we are. It is the Players Lounge on a Wednesday, and our man Danny McCray's not here today. Former Dallas Cowboys safety. He's on assignment doing a little work thing going on, and look, I'm cool with it. That's why I didn't wear my Team Danny gear. Danny was voted off for Survivor last week.
Yep.
The finalist tonight. So.
I guess check it out. You know what I mean? He's on the jury, so he'll be he'll get to see how he feels about all this and how it worked out. So we'll definitely get to hear what he got to say.
Okay, so anyway,
yeah,
he's here. So Cowboys taking on the Giants. And one thing I wanted to get, because you gave me a bunch of great topics today, here.
No doubt.
By the way, Players Lounge brought to you by Hotels.com. That is Barry Church. I'm Newy Scruggs.
Just your average box safety here, man.
Church, former Dallas Cowboys free safety. I've covered the team since Jimmy's last season, the coach. All right, so Tony Pollard. Okay.
T-Peasy.
So against the Saints, suffered the plantar fasciitis, and look, he's not right. Did not play last week, and so you've got that choice, this option now. If you're Mike McCarthy, what do you do?
This right here to me it's worrisome. It's worrisome because I think we can both agree that the running game just hasn't been what it was earlier in this season when we had two running backs in the top 10 of the National Football League, talking about Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard. But these past couple weeks, I would even say the past 4 or 5 weeks, it's been all TP as far as explosiveness, juice, momentum, getting the most out of the run game. Pollard has been able to squeeze the juice out of that. But with him having this, plantar fasciitis?
Yeah, it's torn. Okay,
it's torn.
So, he tore the left plantar fasciitis on December 2nd on that long touchdown.
In New Orleans against the Saints.
Right, so he's supposed to practice for the first time since tearing it, according to McCarthy, but he said it's going to be more of a walkthrough type practice for Tony Pollard. So I'm just thinking to myself, all right, you're going to face the Giants. Vegas has you favored by 10.5 points. Yeah. Do you want him playing in this game?
No, I feel like this is a game we can win without Pollard. I mean, Zeke is hampered. We should be able to squeeze out maybe 40, 50 yards from Zeke, and then we can find other ways to beat this New York Giants team. We got a trio of receivers on the outside. I know Dak Prescott hasn't been the most efficient or the most accurate quarterback as of late, but I feel like we have enough talent to beat New York Giants without Tony Pollard. So I would rest him a little bit. Learn from your mistake that you made last time with Zeke. When Zeke had an opportunity to get 17 days off, rest. I'm not saying it could have been, he could have been night and day as far as performance-wise, but you could at least had a shot to rest the guy and get him healthy. Learn from that mistake. Don't rush Pollard back. We have a commanding lead in this division. I think we'll need Pollard further on. If we're trying to make this playoff run, I think we'll need more of Pollard in that case than we do against the New York Giants on Saturday.
So, give me a sense of how this injury affects guys.
Well, you can't push off. You can't push off, and I've never had the plantar fasciitis, however you pronounce it. But I had a lot of teammates. I had a lot of teammates that did. And when I was in Jacksonville, a guy by the name of Marquise Lee, he was a receiver for us. He suffered the injury, and it took him about 10 weeks until he was able to rejoin our team and be able to be some type of productivity out there. So this is not an injury you want to take lightly. Now I understand, Pollard's in a contract year and he wants to get back out there. He's been juicing. He's been having a lot of juice this year as far as being able to get this run game started. So I understand why he wants to get back out there. But to me, we need this guy in the long run. We don't need him against the Giants right here, right now. They don't even have their starting quarterback. They're down to Glennon right now. Saquon Barkley is a shell of himself. The receiving options out there just haven't been doing anything. So I feel as though we can win this game without Pollard. Give this guy the rest. Give this guy the rest he needs.
So going down this line, okay, I'm just taking your thought process.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You can beat the Giants without him.
Yeah.
Philly, Washington face each other on Sunday. Philly's favored in this football game.
Yeah.
Philly wins this game. You face Washington next. Could you rest Pollard again?
Why not?
And wait till the Arizona game in January?
If he's needed by then. But because I don't see, I mean, we still have an outside shot of getting that number 1 seed in the NFC. We still have an outside shot at that. But to me, I'd rather be that 4th or 3rd in the NFC overall with a healthy Tony Pollard than trying to scratch and crawl and bring him back early to try to beat Arizona and try to get this number 1 seed that you're not even guaranteed if you do win out. So to me, I just see there's more to Tony Pollard. There's more to getting out of him if we rest him for a little bit than try to scratch and claw and try to get this number 1 seed.
Now, understand, for all Cowboy fans, he's not going to be 100% this year. He's just not.
Nah.
You can rest it, manage it, but it's going to be a problem. So
is it going to be that same type of situation where you hear from Zeke saying, hey, I'm not going to make it any worse than what it is?
That I don't know. That's a great question. That's a great question. I don't know. Clearly you got the inside with Britt Brown.
I'm gonna have to hit Britt up. See what he can do.
Hey, how do these types of injuries work for guys, especially for someone who's an explosive guy who depends on cutting back and
his
using
speed.
Right. So how does that go there? So that to me that's a very 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 interesting proposition when you're talking about the offense and you're talking about the run game here. You asked another question about the topics you wanted to get into, and you said, can the defense carry this team to a Super Bowl?
No. I mean, I know if we had D-Mac here, he'd be on his high horse talking about Dan Quinn this, Dan Quinn that. And granted, they've done a phenomenal job. They've done way better than expectations, at least my expectations of the defense.
Mine too.
They've surpassed it, so they've done an amazing job. But let's be honest, man. We're going to be going against, in this playoffs, we ain't talking about the regular. I think we've come to the conclusion that the Cowboys, they're going to either win it, they're going to win this division, they're going to be in the playoffs, in my opinion. They're going to be in the playoffs. So we ain't talking about the regular season no more. So you're not going to go against guys like Taylor Heineke, Jalen Hurts. You're not going against guys like that. You're going against the Tom Brady's of the world, the Aaron Rodgers of the world, the Kyler Murray's of the world. And let's not forget about Matt Stafford, who's balling. He's balling out of control. You're not going against guys like that who are just known to throw interceptions and give you a chance. These guys can meticulously go down the field and take what you give them. They're not guaranteed to just launch the ball downfield. You want to give me 5 here, I'll take it. You want to give me 8 here, I'll take it. And that type of game plan, I think, can cause trouble for our defense because we're not going to walk away from those games with 4 or 5 takeaways. I just don't think it's going to happen. So to me, can our defense stifle those offenses enough to where even if we have a lackluster offensive performance from Dak Prescott and these boys, that we can still get the W? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think that's a recipe for success.
This is for me. And when I do these national radio interviews, I keep hearing the word Super Bowl. Yeah. And I tell people stop.
You got to.
I just tell people stop talking about the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. It hasn't happened since 1996. They haven't played for a conference championship in 1996. Stop looking at this end where the Cowboys have not participated in. I mean, when you think about the last time the Cowboys went to the Super Bowl and won it, the Ravens weren't invented.
Oh, man.
They've won 2 Super Bowls.
Jeez.
The Saints had never been to a Super Bowl. They have a Super Bowl championship. The Seahawks had never been to a Super Bowl. They've been to 3.
Oh, man. It's been a minute, man.
It has been a minute, my friend. It has been a minute. The Carolina Panthers weren't invented. They've been to 2 Super Bowls since the Cowboys last went. Now, I know you're a movie buff, okay? Yeah. So the Cowboys won their last Super Bowl in January 1996.
Yeah.
Have you seen Tin Cup?
Tin Cup? No, I have not seen
the
Tin
golf
Cup.
movie?
Nope,
Okay.
I have not seen it.
You ever seen A Time to Kill?
Yes, I have seen A Time
with
to Kill.
Samuel L.
Yes,
Jackson.
yes.
Okay, you've seen A Time to Kill.
Yes.
Have you seen the movie Independence Day?
Of course.
Okay.
Big Willie.
I know you've seen The Cable Guy with Jim Carrey.
You know I have.
Okay, you like
it's
that?
The Cable Guy. Yeah,
Okay.
I've seen it.
Nutty Professor.
Oh yeah. Not one of Eddie Murphy's top 5, but you know.
But you've seen it.
But I've seen it. Yes.
But you've seen it. I mean, grossed $25 million.
Yeah.
All right. Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise.
Oh yeah, I've seen all of them.
Okay. These are all movies that were released. Jerry Maguire? Seen Jerry Maguire Show Me the Money?
Show me the money.
These are all movies that were released in 1996 after the Cowboys won the Super Bowl. But they won after they won Super Bowl 30. Okay?
You hate to see it.
Okay?
I was 8 years old.
Okay. So when people want to start talking about Cowboys Super Bowl, no. I do believe in this one thing that Jason Garrett said that is so true. Stack together wins. Okay? And that goes back to a philosophy about, don't look at the wall. Just, concentrate on laying that brick.
Okay.
Lay this one brick and then go put another brick there.
Okay.
That's so when people talk to me, hey, what are the Cowboys? What's your Super Bowl or what's as far as they got to go? How about you win the division?
Okay.
Then win your playoff game.
All right. Well, in that mindset,
and then win another playoff game.
Okay.
Because just from what you're telling me, okay, you may face a really good quarterback.
There's a lot of the odds are in your favor that you're gonna have to play a pretty good quarterback.
Do you have to face the Rams?
Stafford, Brady, Rodgers. I mean,
who are you going to have to play?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm just sitting here in myself. I'm not thinking about Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Even though I've already booked my Super Bowl ticket and my Super Bowl hotel.
And your flight too, huh?
Yes. I got the flight for $236.
There it is. You got to get it early, man. Got to get it early.
I had to get it, but it's on NBC. So since I'm working there, we're going. So I'm going to be there no matter what.
Regardless. So it don't matter. Right. You good.
I'm in SoFi no matter what. We're watching the Super Bowl. Okay, so I'm going to be there for that. But to try and start talking about, hey, is the defense going to put – no.
Okay.
Can you win the division and then win your playoff game? Because right now, man, the playoffs are – you start looking around and you say, okay, there are teams that they're good teams.
Yeah, and the NFC's loaded. Now, this ain't like the AFC where it's a hodgepodge of who knows.
Thank you.
NFC is top heavy.
So why – take that energy talking about playoffs? No.
Well, let me ask you this then. Let me ask you this. The Cowboys, what would be considered a successful or a failure? Like if they were to get, I understand, getting to the Super Bowl, that's a success.
Yeah.
But, does it have to be a long playoff run? Do they have to win at least one? Where are we saying the success is for this season with the Dallas Cowboys?
You know what, man? That's a great question. And I think this is a great thing I learned from Dr. Weltman in business analytics class. It depends.
It depends?
You keep talking about, okay, we're trying to do one of these analytic theories. He says, what's the answer? It depends.
There's a lot of variables. Are we healthy? Are we not healthy?
Okay.
Is Dak back rolling?
All right, for instance, a couple years ago, we all thought the Saints were going to go to the Super Bowl. They're in the NFC Championship game. All of a sudden, the refs decided not to call a clear pass interference call that would have given the Saints would have won that.
It was
thing.
over with after that.
Okay, you look at their season. How do you look at it? Well, it's a failure. You didn't get there, but wasn't really your.
Yeah, you came all the way down to the end.
It depends.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Last year, Packers make a great run, but they lose at home to Tampa Bay. That ain't what you thought it was going to be.
I would say that would have to be a disappointment.
Right.
That would be a disappointment. Yeah.
So many times, it really it depends.
Yeah.
How does it end? Where were you? Did you get hot? Did you have all your guys? Tell me what the circumstances are.
Okay.
And then you can kind of make, all right, last year, to me, the Buffalo Bills, that was a successful year. They didn't make the Super Bowl. You lost.
They made it all the way to the AFC Championship.
You went to the championship
And nobody thought they would get that far. Nobody did.
Lost to Kansas City. Okay? I go back and I look at your Jacksonville team that went to the AFC Championship game.
To me, that was successful because nobody thought we would get at all, especially with the boat at quarterback. Nobody thought, I'm talking about Blake Bortles, nobody thought we could go nowhere near as far as we did. And to get New England down to 3 minutes. We had the lead with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left, and we got Brady. But that, to me, was a successful season. Now, this Cowboys team, if we go into this playoffs healthier, like let's say we get Ty Smith back, our run game is starting to pick up a little bit, and we get ousted in the first round by a Stafford team in L.A., to me, that's a disappointment. To me, yes, our defensively, we've had success and we've turned things around, it looks like, on the defensive side of the football. So that's a positive. But this team, after, the first, that runaway, that we had, 6 straight victories? Everybody was counting. Let's go. Let's play our Super Bowl. We're getting this thing done. If we go out there and take a first-round exit with as loaded as we've become, I've got to think that is a disappointment.
Okay.
I got to.
So
you got your man at quarterback. 60 mil?
If they face the Rams today, who do you think's favored in that football game?
Right now, injuries how they are, I gotta say the Rams are favored.
Okay.
Just because I know what they bring to the table defensively.
So if you face the Rams at Jerry World and you lose, and they're favored, Vegas favors them, That's a disappointment.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be because we put so much stock on this team, and Jerry's like, this is the best I've seen since who knows when, and we got our quarterback. Our run game is a little shaky, but
that's the marketing, though. That's the marketing of it. That's for you to say, hey, we got this blockbuster movie.
I believe it, though.
Okay.
I believe it.
You believe it.
The defense swung me. I believe it.
And once again, 25 years of wanting to believe. And I look at it as simply this. Until you do it, you haven't done it. So why are we talking about something that clearly has not been able to happen? You haven't been to a championship game.
I just don't see the excuses this year because 2016, 2 rookies. Dak and Zeke, they're rookies. They didn't know what the whole hype was about with the playoff. They didn't understand.
All right, so and 3 other. You go to the playoff game. Guess what? What if the quarterback gets hurt? The quarterback gets knocked out. I mean,
there's variables to it.
There's things that can happen here that we're talking about something that I just simply say, get to the finish line. They haven't won the East yet. We believe they will.
Oh, yeah, thing's sewn up.
But win it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Win it. Let's see what you can do. You got 2 division games, Giants, Washington. You got those before you face a really good Arizona team.
Mm-hmm.
That game should tell you something. It should give you some.
The
morale.
Arizona game,
yes.
talking about? Yes, it should.
If you especially handle your business, get to 11 wins.
Mm-hmm.
Now, can you get win number 12 facing Kyler Murray, who's never lost at AT&T Stadium, and a really good Cardinals team, who's going to have to play at a high level when you think about it, because they're sitting here right now. They've gone from the 1 seed to the 3 seed, and you've got the Rams 1 game behind you.
Yeah. Have they played the Rams twice already?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
it's good.
So this whole premise of, hey, facing the Rams in the playoffs, if this thing flips, you may be facing Arizona.
And you don't want that. To me, this team has got to get that 3 seed. We've got to get that 3 seed because if we go to 4, we get the Rams.
You may not get the Rams. Okay, if the Rams go win this thing,
then you got Arizona.
Then you get Arizona.
You got to get out of that realm. You got to get out of 4
in 2 weeks. So you place Arizona, ended against Philadelphia. You can play Arizona again.
I don't think we want those problems.
But some of this may be out of your control.
It is. It could be.
That's why it's like you talk about Super Bowl. Okay, we're already talking about the first round matchup. So why are we talking about SoFi Stadium? What's going to happen on February 14th, man? Build these bricks and get yourself where you need to be.
That's true.
This is what people, this is sports radio folks talk about in the newsroom people. That's what the news people do. Who do you think they're going to Super Bowl? Why are we talking about a Super Bowl? Did you see Jerry Maguire? Okay, so Jerry Maguire was released months after the Cowboys won Super Bowl 30. That's how long ago it was when Cuba Gooding Jr. and Tom Cruise did this movie.
All right, so if all things stay the same, let's just say all things stay the same, and this is the team that goes into the playoffs, what percentage do you give that they have an opportunity to reach the final game?
Let's take a break and answer that. Barry Church.
Love
Church, Newy Scruggs. This is the Players Lounge on DallasCowboys.com radio.
At Smoothie King, we are blending goodness to fuel your greatness. Every blend is crafted to help you achieve your health and fitness goals. Smoothie King uses only whole fruits and organic veggies. You'll never find sugary syrups or artificial flavors, colors, or preservatives. And unlike some other smoothie places, there are 0 grams of added sugar in many of our blends. Smoothie King is proud to be the official smoothie of the Dallas Cowboys. Place your order in the app or online for pickup or delivery. Smoothie King, rule the day.
It's game day. You know what that means. First, kebab prep. Steak, pepper, onion, steak, pepper, onion. Next, a counterclockwise lap around the room. Now the lucky grease-stained jersey goes on. And lastly, the dance. You know the one. This is a game day ritual no matter where you are. Whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com and keep the tradition alive and well. Hotels.com, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a broken traffic light. Stop and go is the name of my game. It's easy. You go, they go. Or was it, they go, you go? And if you have the wrong car insurance, these repair costs could stop you in your tracks. So get Allstate's new low auto rate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Not available in every state, based on coverage and limits selected. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Brace yourself for an existential question. Has your butt been having enough fun lately? Have you been treating it well? Has it been going places? If not, then it's about time you start using SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the best way to get your butt tickets to live events. Just ask the thousands of other butts who have rated it the #1 ticketing app. So what are you waiting for? Download the app now or visit SeatGeek.com to get tickets to sports, concerts, and live events and make your butt happy. SeatGeek. Get your seat in a seat.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Your favorite WWE superstars return to AT&T Stadium for WrestleMania on Saturday, April 2nd and Sunday, April 3rd, 2022. For a limited time, get 4 tickets for the price of 3 and save up to 25% when you use the code CHEER. Get your tickets to the most stupendous 2-night wrestling WrestleMania in history. Visit SeatGeek.com, the official ticketing partner of AT&T Stadium. If you've never been to WrestleMania, I have been lucky enough to go to 2 of them.
You been to 2?
2.
I heard they're electric, man.
It is. It's the Super Bowl of wrestling.
There it is.
Okay, they set that thing off, man. They do a great job, a lot of surprises, and you're going to see celebrities come out. It's not just going to be the WWE superstars. I mean, I come up there and that's all Shaq. That's Shaq. Yeah,
oh, yeah, he's a big fan. He's a big wrestling fan.
They got Shaq in the ring when he came here to AT&T Stadium. So it's going to be a show, and they brought The Rock out, and
awesome.
Yeah, man.
You got to love
electrifying, it. Man, and sports entertainment.
You got to love it, man.
Had the crowd in the palm. I mean, for me, that was it. That was better than the championship match.
Was what? Was The Rock being up in there?
It was Roman Reigns and something else, but it was, for me, the best part was The Rock.
Oh, I'm huge. To me, like I still watch wrestling from time to time, but I was so enthralled in that, WWF back when it was WWF, yes. And they had The Rock, Shawn Michaels. I mean, it was just so many.
Cold, Steve Austin, the Hardy Boys.
Oh, McMahon? He was crazy back then because there was no
Shane O'Mac.
He was diving off.
Triple H, D-Generation X.
It was
China, Xbox. Yes,
that old school wrestling was just, it was something else, man.
And see, that's funny because you call that old school. That's funny because me, old school is Tommy Wildfire, Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes.
Who was the guy off the top? Sugar? Was that Sugar?
Jimmy Superfly Snooker.
Yeah, there was Jimmy Superfly Snooker.
Junkyard Dog.
That was the best name ever. Jimmy Superfly Snooker.
Ole and Iron Anderson, Mr. Wrestling 1 and 2. The Iron Sheik. Nikita Koloff, the Russian
Y'all
Bear.
had them all, man.
I mean, that was you say old school. That's some old school to me. Way before you were born.
Right.
But still, but those guys you're talking about, The Rock and those guys, they were doing their thing in the 90s. So here we are, 2020. So yeah, it is old school for a whole lot of people, but it's a show. And that's what I would tell people. It is a fantastic show. If you go out there, you will not regret it because I still talk about my first one, WrestleMania 20 at the Pond in Anaheim, California, watching all those guys do their thing, and it was something. So it's definitely an experience. And
gotta go check it out.
One of those things that we're lucky enough that we live here in Dallas Fort Worth, where the
city,
the great events come. And I will say this: that is what AT&T Stadium did. Because before that was built in 2009, major events didn't come here. The last major event that came here was 1986. You're talking about the Final Four.
Yeah.
And then right before that, 86, the NBA All-Star Game back at the old Reunion Arena. Because you had old facilities, you weren't getting
all the new stuff,
all that.
And now look at the Star. It's huge now.
So that's what to me AT&T Stadium did. It became it was the most. You talk about the most dynamic stadium in the country. So the Final Four came here.
Yep.
The NBA All-Star Game came
Boxing.
here. Boxing. The Super Bowl. So that's what the stadium did.
Yep.
And then WrestleMania set an all-time record. So that's the beauty of it. So if you haven't been out there, I would definitely tell you, go ahead and hop into that. Okay, let's get back into the Super Bowl talk. You talk about the
I need to know. All things equal right now. We head into the playoffs with this specific team going in. Let's just say we have a healthy Ty Smith. What are your thoughts? What do you think what are your percentage that they make it?
14%.
14?
Yeah.
That low?
Actually, I don't. First of all, I'm not going to have anybody with any high odds.
Yeah. 14?
I'm not going to put anybody. I'm not putting anybody at 50%. I mean, because that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So 14% is where I would put the odds at.
All right.
They might be about 20, I think, in a book, but about 14%.
You 14% them. All right.
I've got to see. Okay. Got to see the quarterback.
He has to step it up if they want to make
Get
any
out of
type
the
of
slump,
run.
okay?
Because if he's still in this slump, they're not getting out of the first round,
Right.
without
So
a doubt.
You need superior quarterback play.
Yeah.
If you're trying
That's
to
a
get
fact.
here. So I got to see that. The running backs are both hurt. They're not going to get 100% healthy here. That is a concern. Your left tackle, Tyron Smith, not playing.
It's a concern.
Dealing with the ankle injury. That is something that's going to be there all year long, okay? At this point in time, it is December 15, man. Dudes ain't getting healthy, okay? Right?
You ain't getting better as the months go on.
Okay, church.
You're not getting better.
Right? So it is what it's just managing the pain.
That's what it is,
So
yes.
it's about management. So you've got that. I look over from the defensive standpoint. I'm loving what I'm seeing.
Guys are balling.
Loving
And
what
they're
I'm
getting
seeing.
healthier. I don't know how, but they're getting healthier as the season progresses.
From a coaching standpoint, are you trusting your offensive coordinator and the plays that he's calling? Do you think this is a championship play caller right now? Is he calling plays, or is he calling a game that's complementary to what your defense is giving you? You go back and you look at this football game and that they just played, all right? Let me go back here and look at the drive chart at the end because I had wrote down here because it was some, man.
There's a lot of 3 and outs.
Okay, here it is. Here it is what I wrote. Okay, you 1-6 in the red zone against Washington. You had 6 punts and 14 possessions. In the fourth quarter, you had 5 drives. There were 3 punts on those drives, and 3 of them were 3 and outs. And then you also had the pick 6 interception. Are you calling plays that you need to win the football game?
Not at all. And especially when it comes to the red zone. Like you mentioned, 1-6 last week. Over the past 2 or 3 games, they're 4 of 14 in the red zone. Okay. 4 of 14 in the red zone. That's where you make your points. That's where you win games.
So 14%?
It's you gotta be better in the red zone.
14%, and this is something you haven't done since 1996. If you are going to Las Vegas right now, you wouldn't put that much on it with a whole lot of confidence versus saying, you know what, put that on Tom Brady and the Bucs.
What time you
or put that on the Packers.
What do you think the difference is? Like, because if we look at Tampa Bay, they're basically almost the same squad as the Cowboys.
You really asked that question?
Yeah, they got the quarterback. I understand that.
Then say no more.
But it's just
say no.
It's got to be because this team, when they win against each other,
you played against
48-45.
You've seen it up front, Church.
I've seen it. The man is magical. The man can do unbelievable things.
So you just asked.
But I don't feel like Dak is that much of a fall off from Tom to where he can't get this thing going. We got the trio of receivers. We might not have a run game. We got an offensive line that's better than theirs. Defense to me is better than theirs. They got the magic man. We don't. But I don't think he's that big of a drop off to Tom Brady. If Tom Brady's a 10, Dak's an 8.
Okay.
We got to be. I mean, he's just in the law right now. I'm not so sure if it's just Dak Prescott or if it's defenses figuring out Kellen Moore, because we got to get on him as well. Because he's in his bag, he's this, that, and the third. These past couple weeks, he hasn't been able to move the ball. And that creativity, it's been all just drop back passes.
So, Jameis Winston's last year there, when he went for
30 for 30.
30 for 30. Jameis goes 30 for 30. Okay? And Tampa Bay misses the playoffs.
Yeah.
And so many times in those games, they were right. Tampa was right there in a lot of games.
Yeah.
Couldn't win a lot of them. Because you had 30 for 30.
Yeah, you ain't going to win with 30 picks.
Wasn't all his fault. But, boy, he played a big part in it.
He did.
So now he goes, you enter Tom Brady. You're not losing those kinds of games.
He's taking what the D's giving him.
You're winning those kind of games. He also got Bruce Arians. I need you and Byron Leftwich to call more what I need. They go 7-5. They get on the same page with Tom. Defense gets healthy. You see a Vita Veda come back. Boom, they go. The difference was the quarterback.
It was. I'll give you that. But do you think
he is that dude?
He is. He's the magic man.
And Dak Prescott, while he dueled Tom Brady in week 1, great. Dak Prescott is not playing where we saw week 1 right now.
That's true.
So, no, I can't even talk about Dak and Tom Brady in the same sentence because I don't think I could put Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady in the same sentence.
A-Rod? You don't think A-Rod's up there with Brady?
Okay, let me see. Tom Brady went up to Cold Lambeau
and threw 3 interceptions. He threw 3 picks now.
And 1.
he went up there. I'll give you that. But it wasn't because of Tom that they won.
The defense won the game.
Yes.
The defense won the game. but 30 for 30 wouldn't have had him in the game.
30 for 30. They'd have been sitting at home right now watching it.
Okay, 30 for 30 wouldn't have had him in the game. And so,
I'll give you that one.
So these are the things and just what he brings to it.
Yeah.
He is, and I look at Aaron Rodgers now, and I just say to myself, how many of these heartbreaking losses in that NFC Championship can you keep taking?
Yeah.
You're at home. This is made for you.
And they're going to get another op this year. They're probably going to get the number one this year.
Remember they took on the 49ers 2 years before that, man.
Was that Kaepernick the one?
No, that was Jimmy G.
Oh, that was Jimmy G did him in. Yeah,
then,
Jimmy G did him in.
The 49ers ran all over him. So, I mean, you're not seeing Tom doing that in his opportunities.
He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
And they're about to get beat by Kansas City. Next thing you know, they're gonna pull out a rabbit in the hat at Arrowhead. And
He's good for
the
that.
Super Bowl.
He's good for that.
They're about to beat the Ravens, but you got one boy dropping the ball right there in the end zone, and then Billy Cundiff misses the kick, and then you know what? Boom. They got you.
Yeah, they got us big time. I don't know how, but they got. No, I know how the rest, but that's another story for another day.
But that's so when you say to me, Dak, Tom Brady, don't put him in the same sentence because that guy is over here doing stuff that we just have
doing
not
some amazing
seen.
things.
This is a Michael Jordan-like thing. When you watch The Last Dance, you see how Michael kept, and they should have got big. It's Jordan. He's that guy.
He's doing things.
So Tom is on that level.
All right, so we get back to Dak a little bit. Do you think he's he's in that same realm where we saw earlier from Pat Mahomes, where he was pressing to make plays, and he was throwing a lot of interceptions, turning the ball over. They weren't winning. Do you think he's in that same
different
as far
slumps.
as he's in that slump?
They're different slumps because I do remember Patrick had surgery in the offseason, and people were questioning that, and eventually he got there. So look, I don't care what anyone says, and Jerry went on his radio show, said, "Hey, Dak is healthy, he's fine. Dak's telling he's fine." I don't believe it.
There's something up.
I just don't,
because ever since that cat, it's not like he, just took a dip here, a little bit dip there. It's like he's been going downhill. Like he's on a sled right now.
You don't know this guy. That's not the guy.
To me, it's the accuracy. We've come to love Dak Prescott when he's 22 or 25, 24 or 27. Recently, it's been more 14 or 25, 13 or 26, something like that. And it's the little things. Because, if we go back to that last game, of course, he had a little bit of pressure on him time to time. But for the majority of that game, he was clean. He could step up in the pocket and make the throws. But he just wasn't doing it. Like that first interception to Landon Collins, he overthrew CeeDee by a mile. I mean, if it's even remotely in the area of CeeDee Lamb, there's no way if it's either an incomplete pass or CeeDee makes him a remarkable catch. So it's just, to me, the accuracy. And he's just not, I don't know if he's going through his progressions. He's not going through his progressions. And I don't know what the case may be. I didn't play quarterback. But to me, I just don't see the same efficiency and the same accuracy that we saw earlier in the season when he was out there dealing. So do you think it has a lot to do with the play calling, or just the player's confidence is taking a big hit and he's reeling right now?
Look, the quarterback is not playing to his standard.
Yeah.
He's in a slump.
Yeah.
How they get him out of the slump, I don't know. And this is also comes where coaching is involved. And we could talk about the play caller, but, hey, Mike McCarthy, how can you help your quarterback? Yeah. And so, to me, and we spoke about it earlier, this is the get-right game you need. If you need a get-right game, here come the Giants. Go ahead and try to get right and get yourself going where you need to go. But it's an issue right now. It is an issue. Mm-hmm. All right, somebody on the team made a Super Bowl guarantee. Let's dive into that. Barry Church, Newy Scruggs. This is Players Lounge, brought to you by Hotels.com on DallasCowboys.com radio.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a broken traffic light. Stop and go is the name of my game. It's easy. You go, they go. Or was it they go, you go? And if you have the wrong car insurance, these repair costs could stop you in your tracks. So get Allstate's new low auto rate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Not available in every state based on coverage and limits selected. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
It's game day. You know what that means. First, kebab prep. Steak, pepper, onion, steak, pepper, onion. Next, a counterclockwise lap around the room. Now the lucky grease-stained jersey goes on. And lastly, the dance. You know the one. This is a game day ritual no matter where you are. Whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com and keep the tradition alive and well. Hotels.com. proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
At Smoothie King, we are blending goodness to fuel your greatness. Every blend is crafted to help you achieve your health and fitness goals. Smoothie King uses only whole fruits and organic veggies. You'll never find sugary syrups or artificial flavors, colors, or preservatives. And unlike some other smoothie places, there are 0 grams of added sugar in many of our blends. Smoothie King is proud to be the official smoothie of the Dallas Cowboys. Place your order in the app or online for pickup or delivery. Smoothie King, rule the day.
At AT&T, everyone, new and existing customers, get our best deals on every smartphone. Why? Because you deserve it. For turning your living room into your office and your gym. For teaching grandma how to video call and teaching her again.
It's the button on your left, Nana. Okay, your other left.
It's not complicated. Everyone deserves something new. So AT&T is giving everyone, new and existing customers, our best deals with every unlimited plan on every smartphone, even the latest ones.
AT&T may temporarily slow data speeds if the network is busy. Restrictions and exceptions may apply.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Want Rowdy to deliver your presents this year? Now's your chance. Rowdy's holiday deliveries are available. Spread joy this holiday season with a surprise delivery from your favorite mascot. Book your holiday delivery today at DallasCowboys.com/Rowdy. He is Barry Church, the Toledo Rocket, former Dallas Cowboys safety. I'm Newy Scruggs, Cowboy reporter.
Emmy Award winning.
For a couple minutes.
Multiple Emmy Award winning.
It's the season of Super Bowl talk, and CeeDee Lamb apparently has joined into the conversation. So
what's going on, CD?
I didn't see it, but you did, Barry.
Yes, so he was on Peacock with Jamie Foxx. I think Peacock Television or streaming service, whatever
NBC
it is.
streaming
NBC
service.
So it's Snoop Dogg and Jamie Foxx, and they're doing an interview with CeeDee Lamb. And the question comes up, about the Super Bowl and all that. So Snoop, just the entertainer that he is, it just goes right out there and ask him, man, look, CD. Look, says, look, nephew, and I'm gonna be at a suite or whatever at the Super Bowl. Are you gonna be able to join me? Are you gonna be out there? And of course, CD, feeling the hype, they kind of roped him into this. Says, yeah, we gonna be in there. Dallas Cowboys gonna be in there. Come on, CD. Come on, man. You just don't want to do that. You don't want to do that, especially going into what you guys almost lost against Washington after your coach guaranteed a victory. Are we getting this from McCarthy? Is McCarthy going out there getting guarantees? Does CD come chip off the old block? I wouldn't have done it because, as we've known in the past, guarantees hardly ever work out in the favor of the guy that's guaranteeing it. So I wouldn't have done it. But hey, kids will do what they got to do these days. I shouldn't have called him a kid. He's a grown man, so shouldn't call him a kid.
He's still young.
He's still young.
He's still young and impressionable.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and I'm with you. Like, you don't want. That's not what you want to do.
Nah.
But I think to myself, if I were a young man, and some of the people that you look up to and respect had you on their show, like, what if Muhammad Ali had me on his show as a young man?
You're gonna be feeling the
greatest.
Yeah, champ. I'm there, champ.
We're gonna be there. It's gonna be a thriller. It's gonna be a thriller in the LA, Manila, at SoFi. I'd have been on.
Oh, he's gonna be juicing you too.
Right,
do it. Yeah, say it with your church. It. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So they get you young church.
Oh man, they get Palomalu, Deion Sanders in there talking about, hey, what we going? Oh, of course we gonna do it.
They bring you on out to rest. They bring you out to one of these SmackDown shows on Thursday night.
Oh yeah.
Put you in the ring.
Juice is flowing, adrenaline's
got
pumping.
You in American Airlines. And here's the Rock and Stone Cold. Barry Church. Finally. Barry Church has come back to Dallas.
And I'm hyping it up too. Let's go.
Church,
let's go.
Are you going to be in the Super Bowl? The Rock will be at the Super Bowl. Will Barry Church
You know what, Rock? You know what? Finally, the Dallas Cowboys have come back to the Super Bowl. I would have been right there with them. So I can't fault them. I can't fault them.
CD, you got the dog father here. Here's Jamie Foxx, who won an Academy Award playing Ray. Jamie's a Cowboy fan. L.A. Snoop's place. He was drinking
the Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid was falling over him. It was just all over him.
The church said, we're going to be there.
We're going to be in there. I'm with you.
So that's... And you're young, so
he's still young. He's still a young guy.
That's Just listening to you. I didn't watch it.
Yeah, you gotta watch it. They hyped him up. They got him hype, and
here they are.
There they are.
If Ali would ask me, what you gonna do, young man? We gonna rumble. We rumbling all the way to the Super Bowl.
What you think, champ? We going in there.
We're the greatest. We the greatest franchise ever. Too. So I can see how you can find yourself drinking the Kool-Aid, trying to go. So I can see it.
I can definitely see it.
Is it what you want? No,
not at all. But
I can see how, and also. So when you're doing Peacock TV streaming service, it's like a podcast setting. You're having
very
conversation.
Comfortable,
right?
You're
and
very
it's
comfortable.
Easy to find. And I can tell you this: there have been a whole lot of folks who are broadcasters that have found themselves fired going on these podcasts, allowing themselves to just relax,
get too relaxed,
guard down, and they could just kind of rope you on into something.
Yep. Oh, what happened? What? I got in trouble with that a couple of years ago.
I was gonna say,
we was in Detroit playing. I was with the Cowboys, 2014. We played in Detroit. I think I'm on the Ben and Skin show back then. It was a Ben and Skin show. So I'm at my house doing an interview, just relaxing. And old Ben and Skin hit me with about Golden Tate, man. He got your boy Sean Lee a couple years back in Seattle with the crackback. Man, that was a vicious hit. And so me, young Church at the time, it was 2014. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we're going after Tate. We're going to get him up. We're going to get him back. And boy, did they rope me in. I didn't think nothing of it. Then the next day I got to practice. The coach is just looking at me like, man, you fell right into that trap. Now all on Detroit, press. Oh, Church says he's going after Tate. He's barking back at me. Luckily, we won that game, won that playoff game, was able to go to the next round. But just imagine if we lost that game, the backlash would have been Church. You said what was going.
That penalty that they didn't call in that game was very.
I was over there like, yes.
That looks like pass interference.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. My boy Hitch got away with one because his back was all to the football. There was he wasn't looking at the football at all. He was face guarding all in my man's face. I don't know how they picked up that flag, but thank goodness they did because it saved your boy. It saved your boy right there, man.
That was a loss. It was. I was. They gonna lose like this.
Man, it was
picked it up. So yeah.
That was like, man, I dodged a bullet on that one.
So I'm going to give CeeDee Lamb the young man's adrenaline pass for saying
I've been there.
The Cowboys guaranteed them to be at the Super Bowl, and so. There's a lot of work that has to be done, but it starts this week. You've got to go beat the Giants. Mike Glennon is. Come on, man.
Diggs should be like, man, you know what? I done got Glennon before. So Diggs is licking his chops right now, man.
Yeah, you got Michael Parsons.
That
big old statue that Glennon is.
Ain't no escaping.
Trying to pick up 2 threes.
It could be a party at the quarterback this afternoon. All three of those guys rushing. Oh, Glennon, man. I feel bad for the kids.
So this is where the Cowboys can keep the defense rolling. Now you've got these 3 players. You talk about your pressure players: Randy Gregory, Tank Lawrence, and Micah. One more game, and then you got you're solidifying your run with Neville Gallimore up the middle. So this should be just one more data point that they're able to use as they're going up with the defense, and then hope that your offense can get back right and that your quarterback can start taking that step out of the slump.
I'm getting nervous, man. I'm getting nervous about this top 10. I'm like, man.
Not nervous. You shouldn't be nervous.
I don't know. Glennon and them might not even go over 150.
There's too much time.
Total.
Here's the problem, okay? And this is, think about your GPA, okay? Once you start off with a 2.3, it's hard to try to get through a 3.5.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to get that.
No matter how many 4.0s it's hard.
Yeah,
okay?
Those averages ain't going to work out.
When you start low, it's hard to, it's so hard. And that's the thing about Danny's bet. In order for Danny's bet to work out, they had to start stronger than they did, and they didn't.
They didn't.
Right out of the gate, you face Tampa Bay, where both offenses
they went over
put
400.
on a show. Okay, so
400.
So therein lies that problem. It's not going to happen. You need you need to play above, and you also need other people to play down.
Yeah.
So it's a whole. It's just too.
It ain't gonna work out. I'm gonna get this dinner. You heard it, D-Mac. I'm gonna get this dinner on you, man.
So you're safe. You're absolutely safe. You're absolutely safe.
Without a doubt.
Okay. I'm out Friday, so we'll make our predictions for tomorrow.
Matchups as well, all that good stuff.
So we will dive into that. So let's do it. By the way, COVID out here catching folks left and right.
Who got hit now?
Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield.
Him and Beckham out there.
NFL owners are meeting right now over in Irving, right down the road, and Las Vegas has been awarded Super Bowl 58.
Is that in 2024?
Yeah, because it's 56 this year.
Yes, man, I think it's gonna be jumping. Vegas Super Bowl. Woo!
I've got a time.
I'll tell you who's gonna be there if the Cowboys make it or not. Your boy.
I got a timeshare, so I got to find out that week. I need to go and figure
get that thing locked in.
Get that thing locked
in. Or you can, go ahead and let somebody rent it for a substantial amount of money. I mean, it could go either way, dude. It could go either way. I'm just saying, man. Could go either way.
All right, Players Lounge tomorrow, 12:30 Central Time, brought to you by Hotels.com. Make sure you're there for Barry Church. I'm Newy Scruggs. We will chat with you tomorrow right here on DallasCowboys.com radio.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!